Welcome to the video lecture series on JSP programming. So today we'll be learning about the way of using functions in JSP. So I have a class, I have a HTML file called as home.html which have two parameters here, number 1 and number 2. I should use a JSP file named as add.jsp. I should collect this data here and then I have to pass to the respective function. So as far as function is concerned, we are going to print the data inside the function as well as outside of the function. So how to do this? So first we will actually create a JSP file. So I just go here, go to JSP file. So name this file as add.jsp. So add.jsp has been given. Now this page directive, so we are not bothered about that. Now what you have to do, first we will just make a function here. Now first we will just collect the names here. So I just use a scriptlet tag. So since I want to make this as an integer, so integer number 1. So whatever you pass from the data, whenever you pass from the data from HTML, that will be considered as a string. So I should convert this to integer. So to convert this as integers, I use integer.parseInt. Then I use request.getParameter, and the name of the first parameter is number 1. The text box name is given as number 1 here. So now I just go to the second one. Second one is again integer number 2. So integer dot parseInt. So request dot get parameter, and this is number 2. So I have collected these two. Now we have to write a function here. In this case we have to write a function. So how to write a function here? Okay, we will just focus on how to write the function here. First we will declare a function. So to declare it, use a declaration tag, put an exclamation mark here. So function public, so we will return a value, public integer, and then the function is get result. And here I should actually collect these two values, integer a comma integer b. Okay, but so once if we want to print the data inside the function, okay, so you cannot directly use out here. If I use out, actually it will be giving me an error message. So since I want to print the data answer both inside of the function and outside of the function, so I just go to print, I'm going to print that the value inside the function is and the value outside of the function. So now to print out, actually you cannot use out directly. So what you have to use is use a JSP writer object here. To use JSP writer, so a JSP writer, and the object is out here. Okay, so now actually when you use JSP writer object, it has to throw an exception. So I just throws exception, because I should throw IO exception, but okay, I will just throw IO exception, and then it should return a value. So simply I just make it as return some value 1. Okay, now the error got eradicated, but IO exception cannot be resolved. Okay, so then throws exception. Okay, so throws exception. Now I should evaluate this value. So to evaluate this value, just use out.println the result of addition. So addition, I will just use it here, addition is, and then I use the value called as a plus b. Okay, and now return, I'm going to just pass the value, return the value of multiplication answer. So simply I use return a star b. Okay, so this is going to return the value of a multiplication b. So now I just write, I'm going to use an expression tag here, the result of multiplication is multiplication is. So here I just use an expression tag percentage equal to, then it is get result. That's it. Okay, but the problem here is you are supposed to pass an out object here and you have to pass two objects here. Okay, A and B you have to pass. Now out object directly use out A, and number 1 is the first parameter and number 2 is the second parameter. Okay, since I'm using an expression, that I should not use any a semicolon here. Now here to make the font size bigger, simply I use H1 here. So this will actually make the font size bigger. So here again I use H1. That's it. Thanks. Okay, that's it. Now the job has been done. So here here also I will use H1 tag so that the font size will be bigger. Okay, so that's it. So we'll just run this program and we'll verify what is the outcome of this. Now I just use home.html. Next, finish. Now I pass a valid number, say for example 10 and 20. So multiplication should be 200 and addition should be okay. The multiplication is 30 you are getting here and you are getting 200 here because it is not in the proper order. Result of multiplication is, so I got the output here. Okay, so so this 200 should be here. Okay, now I'll just change this output here. So add JSP. Result of addition is 20 here, and result of multiplication we will get it here. Okay, that's it. So that's about the output here. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.